The United States women's soccer team has now closed its pay gap.
But across the nation, the gender pay gap is closing even slower. Ron Van Wert in studio tonight with the wage disparity between men and women and the possible solutions to address this problem.
Erin, Nia, while there have been consistent efforts to close that gap since 2004, the wage gap nationally has only closed by 2%. In Washington, a man earns a little over $65,000 annually, while a woman earns around $51,000. It ends up being a difference of almost $15,000. In Idaho, a man earns about $49,000, while a woman earns almost $37,000. That difference ends up being about $12,000. Walking through downtown, most everyone is aware of the gender pay gap. Some experience it firsthand.
So I've asked a couple of my employees at my job, like, hey, how much do you make? Oh, I make like 50 cents to $1 more than what I make. It's just like, how's that even fair? Kind of thing.
Labor and employment attorney Ron Van Wert explains it's a continuing issue.
And then you start utilizing historical wages to gauge how much you're going to pay. Then it just sort of carries forward, even if it's not for a malicious reason. It's just for a matter of what were you paid before, that's what you pay, well, we'll pay you this.
In the pandemic, more women left the workforce.
Pay gaps are not always because of gender, mind you. It could be seniority, it could be skill set, it could be production. And if you're at work and working more hours, then that could automatically lead to the same thing.
Legislation in Washington is trying to close the gap. The Equal Pay and Opportunities Act allows wages to be transparently discussed in the workplace. But now there's a new addition.
The amendments that are going to go into play in January 2023 actually require, during a job posting, to indicate the salary range.
Right now, applicants have to ask employers for the range.
Are we seeing changes with the legislation and also evolution, I think, of business? Yes, but is it still an issue and a problem? Do we still see plaintiffs, and do we see, in cases, valid plaintiff cases? Absolutely.
Van Wert believes legislation, along with collectively using your voice, will help solve this issue. In studio tonight, I'm Ron Van Wert for News Now.